Cristiano Ronaldo was the glaring omission in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's starting 11 against Everton in a game that finished in a 1-1 draw. He was visibly frustrated as well. He did come on as a substitute, but after the game, Sir Alex Ferguson himself was caught on camera saying that you should always start your best players. He was saying it to Habib Nurmagomedov, which was a bit random.
Who?
But anyway, the UFC legend, shall we say, Habib Nurmagomedov. There we go. Jan, why is Cristiano Ronaldo being left out of the starting 11 before an international break?
First of all, I think we just have to say that this video was not supposed to be in public. We have to defend Sir Alex Ferguson there. There was not like a statement from him doing that. Having said that, first of all, I think he was right in his statement, because I can't understand it either. Why before an international break needed a rest, I can't understand that. Third point I will make is that I don't think that Cristiano Ronaldo was frustrated that he didn't start the game. This man is 36 years of age. He's a world-class player. He is very influential. It's not like Solskjaer told him, you won't play. And he said, I want to play. And he said, no, you won't play. This is not what happened. Cristiano Ronaldo will more or less, together with the manager, decide when he plays or not. That is my view on it.
Well, listen, every manager has to think about rotating players. There's no doubt about that. And as Jan mentioned, he's 36. But the other side of the coin is there is somewhat a lot of pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because of performances, because of a loss to Villa at home, because of a loss to Young Boys, because of the performance against Villarreal, which ultimately was a lucky win, and it was a lucky win from Ronaldo. And so there is a sense that he just needs to get, clearly, results at the moment, because he's not getting performances. And so there's a fine balancing act there between rotating your squad and keeping up with that pack of three that are in front of you, that are clearly head and shoulders above everybody else. So it's a difficult one, and I'm afraid when you don't get the result, then these kind of decisions are going to always come back and bite you in the backside.
Shaka, is this a problem for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? That even when he does leave Cristiano Ronaldo, everybody's going to talk about it and speculate?
I think a lot is being made of this. I don't think a lot should be made of this, Keir. I think, well, first of all, hindsight is 20/20, so it's always easy to look back and say, well, if Ronaldo had started, we would have won that game. At the same time, and despite the criticism that certainly we've levelled at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, there is not a manager in the game, whether we're talking Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, or indeed Sir Alex Ferguson, who's seen and won it all, who has not made a decision that they've later regretted. I think it's part of the job. It's part of being human. The only unfortunate thing is, as Jan mentioned, is how this all came out. But you just have to roll with those punches, learn from them, and get them. Hope you get them right next time.
As Craig mentioned, recent results haven't been in their favour, and not having the support of Sir Alex Ferguson, even if it was said without him knowing that it would have been caught on camera, does that hurt Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with the fan base?
Well, of course it does, yeah. I mean, somebody's been naughty in the first place, digging this out and making sure that it's going round the world. So somebody's trying to ruffle some feathers, but on the one hand, you cannot really question too much what Ole did, because you're going to have to rest players, and he's 36 years old. Personally, though, I would go about it the other way around. The fact that you can put 5 subs on, in my opinion, means that if you find yourself in a place where results haven't been going for you, rather than resting your best players, you put them on the field, you win the game, and then you take them off, considering you've got 5 subs. That's how I would have gone about it.
Yeah, but I think that is a fair point, that you could do the other way around. What I think is, it's interesting to see why is Ole Gunnar doing that. I think that is, so it's obviously for everybody else that you want to play. You're under pressure. Like Craig said, you need to have results. You need to have performances from individuals, because the play, the philosophy, the system is not working at the moment. And then you decide to start with Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. So you have to ask yourself, why does he do that? It's not like he wants to to make pain on himself. So that's what I mean. So I think this is something that they've talked through. Still a mistake, in my opinion. But Ole will know that this is a big gamble for him. But there are also signs from Manchester United, they're extending my feel in the assistant's contract, and so on and so on. So maybe he's more secure in his job than we kind of analyze in our shows.
Well, I think you've said he's secure at his job.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt he's relatively secure at the moment, but results will dictate how that goes, because when the supporters start to become really restless, and that's not at the point yet, but there are some rumblings. And listen, Ronaldo playing or not, although Sir Alex has sort of mentioned it, isn't the biggest concern at the moment, I think, for Solskjaer. The biggest concern is that he's had a start to the season where they haven't played any of the big boys in Europe because their group's not the strongest, or in the Premier League, whereas City, Liverpool and Chelsea have all played each other.
They're about to get
this is what's got coming up. So his bigger concern is performance. Because without the performances, the results won't come. You can't keep doing that, Jan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying what we saw this weekend. I mean, the loads of us, we were looking at a lot of games, and we saw Liverpool play Manchester City, and you compare that with the game at Old Trafford. I mean, that was world between the games in quality. And when you see here the upcoming schedule for Manchester United is terrifying. I mean, and maybe then Ole Gunnar think that I need my individuals because my system is not working at the moment. It's not a defined system, whatever. But still, it's a funny thing to put him out in front of an international break.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.